Hey everybody, welcome back to another action figure unboxing and review, Marvel Legends edition. And today we're taking a look at the X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. And this Nightcrawler is a little bit different than the one in the comics because the one in the cartoon actually isn't a member of X-Men. But he's still one of the more popular characters, I think, over the years in the comic books, and he's probably pretty popular for people in the cartoons as well. I, for one, think he's a great representation of the comic book character in the cartoon. And I'm actually wonder if we're ever going to see him join the actual team, because he hasn't done that yet. In fact, he's not even in the opening credit sequence for either series, so... But it remains to be seen. Now that a certain character seemingly perished in the 5th episode of the recent season, maybe we'll see Nightcrawler take his place. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So, Kurt Wagner is German-born, the son of Mystique, and depending on which continuity you go with, either the Mystique's husband at the time, Herr Wagner, who was, or actually I don't think it was him. I think she was posing as a countess, and then she gave birth to him, and because his skin was blue right from birth, and he only had the 3 fingers and 2 toes and the tail, they knew right away and kind of like threw her out of the house. So, yeah, his parentage is kind of twisted. I've heard that his father was Azazel and Mystique. That was one of the most prevailing theories. It actually even came to fruition at one point. It was revealed as being the right parentage, but then they recently have retconned that again, I guess, and now it's Mystique and Destiny are his parents. So I don't know. Choose your own Kurt adventure. Kurt birth circumstances of adventure, I guess. In the cartoon, Mystique is still his mother, but they never really say who his father is, so that's up in the air. They'll probably go with the Destiny. If they ever do get to that point, they'll probably go with the Destiny pairing, since that's the most recent revelation regarding his parentage, I think. But anyway, as you can see, Kurt looks like a demon. He's got a tail, he's blue, he's got 2 fingers and a thumb, as well as 2 toes on each foot. And his mutant power is the ability to teleport. And he can teleport, I'm pretty sure he has a range, but he can basically go anywhere he's seen. But I'm pretty sure, like, if he's been to the White House, but he's in Germany, I don't think he can teleport to the White House from Germany. I think he does have range. I'm not exactly sure what the maximum limit to his range is. But if you saw the X2 X-Men United movie, I think that was probably the best looking use of his teleportation powers put to either animation or live action. That sequence where he beats the crap out of all the Secret Service agents to get to the president was just fantastic. So, this figure is my first Nightcrawler. I missed the previous ones because I wasn't collecting at the time. And he's long overdue, to be honest. It's been a while since they released a Nightcrawler, I think. I can't say right off the bat when the last one was released. I don't have it pulled up, but all I know is I started collecting in late 2021, and this is the first Nightcrawler that I've seen that wasn't like sold out. So, and I would have bought one if I had seen one sooner. I'm really looking forward to them doing a Nightcrawler in like Mezco or Mafex just to see how he looks there, because I think they'll do a fantastic job with him. The only thing that disappoints me about this figure is he doesn't come with a sword. Nightcrawler is often depicted using a sword in the comics. However, I will note that he never uses a sword in the cartoon. I don't think. He might have used a sword at some point in the first series. I can't remember if he ever busted out a sword during that episode where they were with him in the monastery. And if everybody started attacking them, Wolverine, him, and Rogue. I can't remember if he actually did use a sword or not at any point during that sequence. But he definitely didn't use one in the X-Men 97. So, let's get him out. This figure review shouldn't take too long since he's kind of bare on the accessories. Get this head out of here. Ugh. Those heads are really hard to get out of these plastic containers. They get really, really stuck in there. Hands are easier. All right, going over the box first. We can see a picture of Kurt right here. Nightcrawler, X-Men 97. The other characters. And then on the back, all the other figures on the line. Like I mentioned in the Madeline Pryor review, I only got these two for this wave. I didn't care enough about the rest to get the other ones. I already have a Cyclops and a Jean Grey in those costumes. I didn't feel like the articulation upgrade was enough of a reason to get new ones. Plus, I want to get the Mafex version of Jean Grey. I like the look of that one. And maybe Cyclops. I haven't decided yet. And I don't care about Executioner, and I don't like that costume for Magneto. I'm not a completionist, so I'll stick to his classic costume. And then we got the legalese on the bottom, and then of course there's the figure, Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler. That's it. Packaging's pretty cool. If you're mint on card collector, these are definitely nice packages to keep mint on card. And here we have Kurt, and this is definitely a Nightcrawler that we all know and love. He looks exactly the same as the comics, the classic uniform, the blue skin, the pointed ears, the yellow eyes, the windswept hair. Pretty muscular. He was a circus acrobat at one point, so he's well fit. He's got the toes, of course, and nice articulated tail. You can't do too much with it. It only goes around in a circle. You can't like go in and out with it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's bendy wire. Yeah, if you bend it, it'll just go back into its like S-shaped form. But still pretty cool. So yeah, just the basic black costume. He's got red trim on the gloves and the boots. The boots and the gloves are white, and then he's got that red V or Y right there in the front, and then all the way down the back as well, and around the crotch. All right, not too much with him costume-wise, but it's still an iconic look for him. Going over articulation, he can bury the chin. And yeah, it looks like he's got the... Yeah, he does. He's got the ball and hinge. This is my preferred neck joint because you get the most range out of it. I don't know why all figures don't have this. So he can look all the way down. He can look all the way up. He can do the Exorcist. He's got some tilt there. These are harder, kind of a harder plastic, so you won't be able to go straight all the way up, but you can get off to the side and get all the way around there. And he can almost hit a Y pose, so that's nice. A little extra articulation never goes wrong. He does have a butterfly joint, which is unusual for Marvel characters. I don't usually get butterfly joints. He does have a bicep cut. He has double jointed. Should have double jointed. That one's being resistant. Come on, there we go. Double jointed pinless arms. That's nice. He has horizontal hinge at both wrists. Again, he doesn't need a trigger finger. He has an ab crunch. And he can go forward that far. He can go back that far. And he can twist very easily. He can do the exorcist at the twist level, at the waist level. He can do the splits about that far, not quite Van Damme, which is surprising considering he's an acrobat. You'd think he'd be able to do the full Van Damme, but not quite. He can kick out about that far and kick back about that far. He does have a thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees. No boot cut, surprising. That looks like a perfect place for one right there. But they didn't give it to us. His foot can go all the way back. Can go forward about that far. Rocker and peg holes on the bottom for a stand. But he's got these two elongated heels type, or you could call it an extra toe on the back of his foot. So that will help with his balance. And it can probably just drop him here and he'll, yeah, see. Okay, well, if you drop him from too high up, he'll fall over, but... Right, so he's not doing that now. He did it the first time. You saw it. It's on camera. Rewind it if you don't believe me. And, of course, he has this articulated tail, which just goes around in circles. I don't think that can pop out of there. I'm not going to try. I'd be afraid of ripping it out. Accessories-wise, he does come with 2 fists. If you don't want him smacking people with his open hands, you can give him these and he can punch them instead. He also has an extra head sculpt, which has the same windswept hair, but more of a growl, and his brow is a little bit more furrowed. His teeth showing, so we got casual Kurt here, and ready to beat the crap out of the President's Secret Service Kurt here. So yeah, I like it when they get extra head sculpts because it gives you options when you're doing posing and photography, or display, whatever. Extra hands are also nice as well, but they're less valuable in my opinion than extra heads. Unless they have a lot of accessories. If they come with a lot of accessories, then the extra hands are nice, like with the Mezco figures. Like that Dr. Doom video I did not too long ago. All the hands that he came with, those were necessary. So, yeah, Kurt is bare bones compared to some of the other figures. Like Executioner, I think, comes with a lot of stuff. Several different weapons and stuff. But that's basically what he looked like in the cartoon. And this is what Kurt looks like in the cartoon. He doesn't have a whole lot. He doesn't need a whole lot. His weapons are his hands and his feet. And, of course, he teleports around so people can't get a beat on him. He didn't have a whole lot of presence in the cartoon so far. In the new series, anyway. Or in the old one, really. I think he only appeared in like 2 or 3 episodes in the original series. I'm hoping they use him a lot more because he's one of the cooler characters. Same with Colossus. They haven't really used him a lot either. Which is surprising. I guess they decided they want to focus on a smaller cast of characters. Because there have been times in the comics where the X-Men roster was ridiculously big. So it was hard for everybody to get adequate screen time, so to speak, on the pages of the comic. Some people got lost in the shuffle. But hopefully we'll see more of Kurt going forward. Really looking forward to the second half of the series. This episode actually is airing on Friday, but I filmed it before Wednesday's episode, so at the moment I've only seen 5, but by the time this episode airs, I'll have seen the 6th episode, so we'll see where it goes from there. Let's see. Next week we'll be back to classified, because I have a lot of classified figures still to get through. I'm looking at about 11 or 12 boxes just stacked up right here on my shelf, waiting for me to review them. And I've got Metalhead, who should be here any day now. So, but I'm still going to be alternating them for a while, because I have a lot of non-G.I. Joe stuff to get through as well. But next week it'll be back to Joe. And then the week after, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, like and subscribe. Comment down below. I mean, just tell me about your favorite X-Men moment. X-Men has been one of my favorite comics for years, second only to Spider-Man. When I was collecting comics as a kid, I was getting Spider-Man and X-Men monthly. The other issues, the other comics and superheroes I would get sporadically, like usually only if they were in a crossover event with X-Men or Spider-Man. Like Thor, Captain America, Fantastic Four, Avengers. I didn't usually buy those monthly. It was just X-Men and Spider-Man that I got monthly. So I really enjoyed reading those stories. And Dark Phoenix is still one of the best story arcs I've ever read, in my opinion. So, like I said, like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you next time.